Please spell your name.
My name is Ali, A-L-I, Lazik, L-A-Z-I-K.
Tell me about the program that you're in and what concentration mediums you use.
I'm in ub's MFA program for studio art, so I'm getting my Master of Fine Arts. My concentration's in painting, so I use primarily right now I use acrylic paint, but I also do oil painting.
Tell me about the themes of the show. What are you trying to convey to the audience?
My show is called Portrait a Day Keeps the Depression at Bay, and it is a ongoing project. The show is to display what's happened and then like have a showcase of it, but I painted a portrait every day for about 2 months. Now I'm still painting them, but not every single day. And the point of it was, one, to keep myself busy mentally, to obviously keep the depression away for a little bit, or anxiety, and then also help with anxiety that I do have about like social anxiety, because I like to interact with people, but I also have a lot of anxiety about like being a burden if I ask someone to hang out. So this kind of gave me an excuse to talk to people, and then also showed the correct way to interact with humans. So my work, other than this, is about boundaries that I have with people and people pleasing, and kind of an imbalance in the exchange that I have with people, where like people tend to take and like take away like physically and emotionally, take away your energy and like just drain you. And I, even if they don't ask or like take, then I end up like giving and like offering myself up like way more than I probably should or need to. And so this was cool because it was like a mutual exchange of energy, and like I got to take people's images, use it for my art, and they, as far as what I heard from them, really enjoyed it. I mean, they were all volunteers that reached out to me when I like made postings about it, so it was a cool experience for them, and I got a lot out of it too.
So 1 portrait a day for 2 months. At any point did that feel like difficult or frustrating that you kind of put yourself in that situation?
A little bit some days, and then like there would be certain days where I just like things didn't work out as planned, or like someone canceled, and I had to remind myself like it's fine. And so if I did miss a day, I really didn't want to miss a day, so if I did, then I did something like I grabbed one of my coworkers at close and I was like, give me 5 minutes, and I would do like a blind contour of their face really quick.
Yeah,
I've got a couple sketches.
Yeah, you've got a good variety of people and sizes for canvas, and in a sense mediums also. Tell me about, because 1 a day, that would be roughly 60. What was the curatorial process like of choosing which images to show, which ones to maybe hold off and continue to work on?
There was a couple that aren't actually, this is the second time that I have them up. The first time I had all of them up, and then this time I just literally just forgot a few. And then there was one where like I didn't finish her face because it just got so, especially when I used oil paint, it would get so muddy if I messed up. So then I was like, Abby, I got to do your face later, and then I just never got to it, which I might still, but like that one's not up. And then some of them I already sold. So after the fact, I'm allowing people to purchase their portrait or someone else's if they desired. So a few of them already got given to their rightful owners. As far as like putting them up, I kind of placed them on the ground, like in the rough timeline of them. So these are mostly like early on, and then like those are the last ones that I did. So I placed them on the floor, like rough timeline, and then I just like put them up parlor, whatever it's called, parlor style.
Parlor style.
Is that the?
I hope so.
Wait. Yeah.
We'll go with that for now.
Yeah, parlor style.
Okay, yeah, you did a lot of stuff. What would you say is the biggest thing that stuck out to you, or the thing that you learned most about not only yourself, but maybe the way that you work throughout this process?
I learned like about myself and my painting process. I learned that I need to go with my gut more and not think too hard about it. And that is something that I realized, like, the more I talked with someone and the less I concentrated on what I was actually doing, those were more of my favorite ones, where I feel like the person like really came through in the painting. And I learned that people like do get a lot out of me, or like, I guess any person. But I feel like I don't have a lot to give. So seeing people valuing their experience with me felt really good. And that sounds kind of selfish, but
no, it makes
but I got
sense.
a lot out of it.
Okay, so this is still ongoing, but has this given you any ideas for new projects, or do you think this will branch into something maybe similar but with a twist?
I've been thinking about things.
Okay.
So to be announced, but yeah, I think that it's
TBA.
something that I want to, TBA, but I would really like to continue it in some variation. Yeah.
Cool. Well, anything else you'd like to say?
I think that is all.
Okay, Allie, tell me about the performance that you did the other day, and maybe themes of that and what you were trying to portray to the audience.
Let me turn that off. Okay, so my performance I titled A Lot to Give, and that was about an exchange of energy, but maybe not so much the exchange and more about people taking from me and me giving away and not receiving a lot. But I told a lot of stories about people in my life and experiences I've had, and kind of attach those to my items on person, like clothing, earrings, car keys, and just wanted to express giving away and then being left with nothing.
So you're primarily a painter, but what was the desire in making this a performance?
I really like storytelling, and I've done a lot of writing, and that kind of transitioned into performance last semester when I took a performance class. It's something I've always been interested in, and I think that gave me confidence to like really establish that I can get what I want to portray in my paintings and put it out there in a different capacity that gets the point across, or maybe not the point, but gets across emotions better and more effectively with more power than with paintings. And I like that it was an intimate space, so only the people that were there really got the full experience. So it was it was kind of special that way.
Right. In terms of an audience, was that performance designated for a specific group, or like you said, was it more so open to the people that were there? Like was there a target like that you were looking for?
ended up being mostly grad students, so people that do know me, which was nice. Yeah, I don't think there were any strangers in the audience. I left it open to whoever wanted to come, but I did like give a little warning that it would be personal and mature, I guess. So there's no one there that I like didn't want. Yeah, it was all people that I kind of knew, so I think that I felt comfortable with them, but it also, I like that it gave away probably a lot that they didn't know about me.
Gosh, I had one lined up.
What did you say?
I had one lined up.
Oh, like a follow-up. I can talk about like the relation with the portraits, because it does.
Yeah, so what are the relationships with the portraits and the performance that you gave?
So I did the performance in the same space as the portraits. I faced the portraits on the wall, so I faced the wall with the portraits, and the portraits were behind the audience. And this way, even if there was only like one person that showed up, I would still be performing and talking to all of these people that I have had connections with throughout the summer. So because the performance was about giving away a lot more than I take from people, the portraiture project was about that consensual, mutual exchange of energy and imagery of like taking their faces and putting it in a painting, and they give me their time and I give them their time, and then also a unique experience that everyone was like, I've never had my portrait painted, ever.
Yeah.
So that's how it should be.
So you've talked a lot about personal relationship and relationship to people and touching on emotion. Is that primarily like the source of your work, or is this a small part of a larger picture in your career?
It's a big part of my work, yeah. A lot of my work is about relationships with other people, but it varies a little, but that's a big part. My other part of my work is about like not your relationship with your own body, but well, yeah, I guess it's about being like out of control of your own body. So in the relationships with people or experiences you have with people, you only have a certain amount of control, really. So that's like the overall umbrella of my work is, I guess, control too.
Cool. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say about the work?
No, just to stay tuned for more.
Well, thank you.